Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Has a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now a sudden chance to counter. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Cristiano Ronaldo. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he's running through. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Gravenberg. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Well read, and the danger is averted. Messi. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Spezia, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Azar. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Neymar. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cannavaro. Costa Curta. And here's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri. Griezmann. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now the ball's gone astray. Neymar. Vieira. He's looking to set free a runner. And that's put paid to a promising move. Strokes it back. And the whistle goes for half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And we are back on the way. So the first half brought no goals. Griezmann has a goal! There it is!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth a treat.
Pedri.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Cannavaro. Spezia, still this single goal behind. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
The
Bellingham.
attendance for this match was 81,007.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. It's Griezmann! He's scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Hernandez. And here's Azar. Saliba makes the interception. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Messi. Chance to finish. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment. Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility. Spezia really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Van Dijk cuts it out. And here's Jota. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Rummenigge gets through. Decent hit! They've scored! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist?
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And we're done. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the moment... So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. And that's not going to reach.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball.
Big header! Goal! Santos! And Santos take the lead. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Courtois claims it. Pedri.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Santos have their second corner now. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Grafenberg. He's picked his way. Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Rummenigge deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Bastoni tries to clear. Big chance! Santos are looking to go forward now. Rummenigge. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Short changes him with that pass. Vieira. Shifted upfield.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's got a side of goal!
Spezia certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Gravenberg. He could be in here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
There will be
Zakaria.
1 minute added time.
And smartly reclaimed. And we hit half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Spezia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Neymar. And that has put paid to that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Gravenberg. And the counter is on. Nunez! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Oh, given away. He's got away. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And the pass is intercepted. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he welcomes it in. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Bellingham. Such a clever touch. Now it's Neymar. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 7,
Vieira, a player of legendary status, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And he was alert to it. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Number 19,
Spezia have got it back and they'll have another go.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He's through here. Oh, that's a key interception. Spezia are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Modric. Saka.
There will be one
Climbs up big. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Conte, great chance! And he's following up! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Neymar duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Spezia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And the finish! No mistake! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Japan are doing very nicely, thank you.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Now it's Stoichkov. Oh, he's burnt, and Stoichkov! He's done very well to get to that.
Stoichkov really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Japan with the corner, they're first. And he's there to get it away.
Spezia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Neymar. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. Spezia are looking to go forward now. He won't be happy with that one. Messi. And here's Stoichkov. Rudiger. Zakaria. And here's Neymar. Pedri. Vieira. Stoichkov. Great hit! And more and more and more! And they are cruising away. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Beckham. No way through. Spezia are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Messi. And it's Stoichkov. And here's Rafinha. And he's managed to get free. That is a brilliant interception. Pedri. Here's Zakaria.
3 minutes at a time.
Van Dijk.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through. But look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation.
Please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
And we're underway again.
Spezia can show their manager and their fans how much grit and spirit is actually in this team. The right characters can rescue a situation like this, and I think we're about to discover if they're present.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Pedri. Frankie Chan.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now that's well seen too. Vieira. Frankie Chan. Good spot, he's seen the run.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Messi. Now it's Rafinha.
The attendance for this match.
So we've reached the hour mark.
72,306.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Beckham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Schneider. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Neymar. Conte, a picture of focus and alertness. Gently done. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Half an hour gone in the second half. Stoichkov. Vieira. Frankie Chan. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hits one! Great football, shot and save.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Belletti. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this
Hello,
lot.
everybody,
Without a
and
doubt, it
welcome
is
to
the week's
today's
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game. And
a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Spezia are looking to go forward now.
you can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
He's had a hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Sneijder is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ronaldo receives it in a good position here. Big chance! Spezia! Goal! Spezia take the lead.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Spezia have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Looks for the finish. That attempt, which in hindsight was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Upamecano. Speculative strike. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. David Villa. Great chance!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Frank. Has a go! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Rudiger. Half-time getting close now.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got full! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Van der Vaart.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And it's Shevchenko. Sneijder. Hwang Hee-chan. Great defending, strong and determined. And the whistle goes for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. Reflections on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Spezia head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead...
And here's a chance! Keeper's not concerned by that.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
And here's Schneider. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Hwang Hee-chan. Now it's Schneider. In with the challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a throw. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good-looking ball. Konate cuts it out. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Shevchenko.
Milan are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Milan can't breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Hwang Hee-chan. That is good alertness. Pressing high and with purpose. He's got the shot away! It's there! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Under an awful lot of pressure. Short changes him with that pass. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see. And that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Zakaria, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And he's found a way past. Vieira. Schneider could move up a gear here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Guardiola. Pumas have got a shot away. Oh, screamer! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such aplomb.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender.
Tries a shot! Neymar. Vieira. And the counter is on. Over to the left. Rummenigge. Oh, he's found him in space. And the shot! He has done it! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Simons, he's going for goal. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Jota. Great ball, and he's in. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd.
Volunteers for each
And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Spezia come in at half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Zakaria. Vieira, the man we've all come to watch. Nicely weighted ball.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be? What a save! And again! Really well taken goal. 2 to the good! They have breathing space. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire...
Hits one! Oh, taken with style. Just one goal in it now. Game on!
The attendance for this
That
match was
really is quite fabulous.
72,300.
All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Guardiola. And here's Mbappe. Simons.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible Big chance! Now the finish! Sticks it away! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Spezia go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
This might spell danger. De Bruyne. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Vieira. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Jota. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now it's Neymar. Alvarez. That has been cut short. Vieira. And he's intervened well there. David Villa. That is ended up in no man's land. Simons!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning.
Added
Well
minutes
played.
has been indicated.
Mbappe. Zakaria. Belts one. And that is wildly off target. And that's it. Spezia have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Jota claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.